We try to understand a simple way to remember a few important syndromes associated with the brainstem. Weber syndrome, Claude syndrome, Benedict syndrome, Nothnagel syndrome, Nothnagel syndrome or Nothnagel syndrome. So these are the syndromes. There are 2-3 important points which are associated with each syndromes. So we'll try to understand a way to remember them. Okay, coming to Weber syndrome. Weber syndrome, just look at the W. What this W indicates is weakness. Is this only weakness is enough? No. Just write the direction associated with the W. So east, west, north, south. So W for what? Yes, west. Why it is important to know this thing? So in our home, our entrance of our home is house is directed towards east direction. Okay. If something is associated with the west, it is completely dead opposite. So if something is associated with the east, it is same direction as our house. Something associated with the west, it is completely opposite. So west is there. Just remember west as opposite. Opposite. Okay. Next one. UVW. So W is closely associated with the letter U. Just write the U. So point to note is that here it is UMN type of weakness in the opposite side of the body. That is the catch point to remember. So UMN type of weakness which is in the opposite side. So is it enough completely with respect to Weber's? No. So just look at the word E. Just flip it. What you get is 3. It is third cranial nerve palsy. So is it completely enough? No. So just write the direction associated with the E. What is that? Is east, right? East. So here what logic we applied? Something associated with the west is opposite. So something associated with the east, same side. Here what? W is associated with the letter U. Its opposite is UMN type. Then it is LMN type. So if I complete the sentence, it becomes LMN type of ipsilateral third cranial nerve palsy. So if we combine these two things, that UMN type of weakness to the opposite side and LMN type of third cranial nerve palsy, which is ipsilateral side. So this completely becomes Weber syndrome. Now coming to Claude syndrome. Okay. What this CL indicate? CL, it is what? Contralateral. CL is for contralateral. What is A? A will stand for what? Ataxia. Okay. So CL for contralateral. A for what? Ataxia. Next, what it ends with? It having E. Apply the same logic. Just flip it. What you get? 3. So third cranial nerve palsy. So is it completely enough now? That contralateral ataxia with ipsilateral. It is ipsilateral. Contralateral ataxia with, how to remember the ipsilateral again? See, same logic. E for what? East direction, same direction. So it is like that. E for what? Same direction. So third cranial nerve palsy, which is east directed. So ipsilateral palsy of third cranial nerve along with contralateral ataxia. Next, one more catch point to remember with respect to Claude syndrome. What is that? Is that here there is no W. What we did is, there is a W, so there is weakness. Here there is no W, so no weakness. Complete hemiplegia, hemiparesis. No, in Claude syndrome there is absolutely no clinical symptom suggestive of complete left-sided or right-sided weakness or paralysis. So what is the spectrum you get now? Spectrum is ipsilateral third cranial nerve palsy along with contralateral ataxia without weakness. This clinical spectrum becomes what? Claude syndrome. Next one, Benedict syndrome. There is only one important point to know in Benedict syndrome, that is, just look at the word B. Word B. What this B will indicate? B indicates it is balismus. Balismus. That is hemibalismus. As you know, hemibalismus is associated with the lesion of subthalamus. So subthalamic. To know the direction, just write the word B as back. Back. Back means what? Directed opposite side. That is opposite to our face, opposite to our direction of our face. So opposite. So if the question says about opposite side of hemibalismus, then the answer becomes Benedict syndrome. Coming to last point, that is Nothnagel syndrome. Nothnagel. So just write which is the direction associated with the NO, that is north, right? North. So why it is important to know, we'll try to understand. Next, Nothnagel. Okay. So just write mix these three words. T-A-H. Okay. Three are there, no? T-A-H. So you can get ataxia. A-T. You will get ataxia. So why it is important to know is, just write north. I told you east and north are associated with the same direction, because if our house is not directed towards east, it will be directed towards north. So north is also means same side or ipsilateral side. So ipsilateral ataxia. And the last, same logic with respect to E. What is that? Flip it, we get 3, and E is associated with the east direction. So ipsilateral third cranial nerve palsy. So if I combine, what will become? Ipsilateral third cranial nerve palsy plus ipsilateral ataxia. Ipsilateral ataxia. So these are the syndromes we can remember with these simple techniques. So we'll try to memorize quickly. We'll try to revise quickly. So Weber syndrome, there is W. So there is weakness directed towards west, opposite side. U is associated with it. So it is a UMN type. So UMN type of weakness, opposite side. So E is there. So E is what? E is what? Third cranial nerve palsy. East side, same side. So opposite to the UMN, that is LMN. So LMN type of ipsilateral third cranial nerve palsy along with UMN type of opposite side weakness. What we get is Weber syndrome. Coming to Claude syndrome, it is contralateral ataxia. There is CL, contralateral. A for what? Ataxia. Again, same logic with respect to E. Third cranial nerve palsy, east, ipsilateral, and there is no W here, so there is no weakness. So ipsilateral third cranial nerve palsy along with contralateral ataxia without weakness. So that will suggest you of Claude syndrome. Coming to Benedict. So just remember the word B here. So B for what? Balismus, that is hemibalismus. So subthalamic nucleus is the site of the lesion. So B for what? Back. So it is opposite side hemibalismus. If it is given, then most of the time the answer becomes Benedict syndrome. Coming to Nothnagel syndrome. North, NO stands for what? North, and A stands for what? Ataxia. So north, east directed almost same. So they are indicating good directions, same directions. So ipsilateral ataxia. Then the same logic with respect to E. Flip it, 3, third cranial nerve palsy, which is ipsilateral. So ipsilateral third cranial nerve palsy along with ipsilateral ataxia suggest you of which syndrome, that is Nothnagel syndrome. So these are the few important syndromes, and we can remember few important points, nothing conceptual. Just way to remember these points at the time of examination. Thank you.